The city environment has a great impact on people's health, well-being and life. The objective of Reykjavik City's policy on environment-friendly developed areas is to make the city's neighborhoods sustainable and improve residents' quality of life. Each neighborhood in the city has its own strengths, weaknesses, and unique characteristics that must be taken into account when the neighborhoods are planned in an environment-conscious way. The Municipal Plan for Reykjavik defines 7 key areas of emphasis for environment-friendly developed areas. These key aspects are incorporated into the development of neighborhood plans for all neighborhoods in the city, covering community, settlement quality, transit, sites of ecological and cultural significance, energy and resources, man-made structures, and natural hazards. In an environment-friendly neighborhood, a lively and vigorous community can flourish. People of all ages live there. Families with children, couples, individuals, and senior citizens, because a variety of living arrangements are available. In the neighborhood, shopping and services are within walking distance, with lively streets and access to entertainment and sporting activities. In an environment-friendly neighborhood, residents have played an active part in shaping their local environment. Architectural history, settlement patterns, and streetscapes are respected. Within the neighborhood, there are 1 or more city streets and neighborhood centers with a wide variety of retailers and services. The neighborhood's main streets have been redesigned for all modes of transport with vegetation, good lighting, and benches. The neighborhood includes public spaces like playgrounds and parks, and pedestrian routes are protected from the wind by trees and buildings. An environment-friendly neighborhood offers residents the opportunity to grow their own produce, both in their own yards and on city land. Transit in an environment-friendly neighborhood prioritizes pedestrians and cyclists, as well as public transit. Public transit stops are a reasonable walking distance from all neighborhood residents. Public transit is frequent, and a dense network of footpaths and bike lanes runs throughout the city. Streets are safe, driving speed is limited, and parking spaces are arranged so as to make maximum use of valuable land. The residents of an environment-friendly neighborhood use environment-friendly transit and thereby reduce particulates, air pollution, and noise. Ecosystems and natural areas are well taken care of. Biological diversity and balance are maintained. Interesting geomorphological features and vegetation are protected, and pollution is prevented from entering sensitive areas. In neighborhoods that border the sea, rivers, or lakes, the natural environment is kept pristine. Precipitation is treated with blue-green rainwater solutions and directed through the neighborhood in streams and ponds. Archaeological and cultural remains are protected, as are interesting houses and streetscapes. Residents use energy and resources in a sustainable way. Greenhouse gas emissions are at a minimum, and vegetation binds carbon from the atmosphere. Environment-friendly energy sources are used in an efficient manner, and waste is sorted and recycled. Neighborhood residents have access to recycling stations within walking distance where they can trade useful items. There are charging stations for electric cars in the neighborhood, and car-sharing services are easily accessible. Improved atmospheric quality and reduced greenhouse emissions are an important element of the city's policy, as the city intends to become carbon-free by 2040. When new structures are built, environment-friendly solutions and materials are used. Older structures are permitted to change and evolve with additions, maintenance, and new environment-friendly solutions. One aspect of this is to improve the insulation of older structures to increase energy efficiency. This reduces the negative impact of construction on the environment. and makes the city environment healthier and more humane. An environment-friendly neighborhood is planned with potential natural hazards in mind: earthquakes, floods, and storms, including those caused by climate change. New settlements are situated outside of known seismic zones and away from areas at risk for avalanches and landslides. Rising sea levels are taken into account, and flood risks are mitigated. Trees are planted in order to bind soil and temper wind, and settlement patterns are laid out to create shelter and reduce risk for people and property. Actions based on these 7 key areas of emphasis will strengthen the city's neighborhoods and make it a more beautiful and healthy environment. Through these actions, Reykjavik will lead the way in the implementation of environment-friendly solutions.